Deanna is with us in Knoxville to start this hour off. Hi, Deanna. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm tickled to be on the show with you guys.
Well, we're honored to have you. How can we help?
So my husband and I have been handed a pickle. He's being sued for a debt that he co-signed with his now ex-wife. She was supposed to refinance it as part of their divorce. She never did. Now they're coming to him for it. We understand legally there's not a lot we can do. I mean, he did sign for it, but we were wondering if there was anything negotiating, just anything that we don't have to pay the full debt.
What is this on?
It was, if I understand everything correctly, it was a car that was repoed.
Oh, that's wonderful. How long ago was the car repoed?
Oh, I know, it's great. I think probably 6 years back. We've been married for 3, and it was at least a couple years before then, if I understand it.
The repo was while they were still married?
Yes.
Okay. So they owned a car together, and their car got repoed. Okay.
Yeah, he co-signed a car for her.
No, he didn't co-sign it. It's his wife. They bought a car together.
Well,
he just bought a car, and his car.
Right,
yeah, and his car got repoed. It happened to be the one she drove, but he got repoed while he was married before, and now the repo was 6 years ago.
If I understand the timeline, it's kind of blurry to me. Obviously, this is all before we got together and got married.
Did he just hope this was going to go away?
It was something that she was supposed to take care of in the divorce. So it was, and of course she up and disappeared last we heard. She's somewhere in Nebraska running from her debt. So
it's working. And so
yeah,
clearly.
So watch out, Nebraska.
Look out, Nebraska. Here she comes. Okay. So did you actually get served lawsuit papers?
It was sent to his old house that we had sold to his daughter. His daughter let us know what was going on.
What is it? A letter, or are they?
Yeah, from the sheriff. I'm assuming it is.
Well, I'm not assuming anything. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Do you have the paper in front of you?
I don't.
Okay.
He has pictures of it on his phone. It wasn't sent to us. We live in Tennessee. He's from Indiana, so this is all over the country right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's
so
a lot.
let's just stop a second. Okay, number one, I doubt you've actually been sued. He might have gotten a notice saying they were going to send something to the sheriff, but if they were going to sue him from a 6-year-old repossession deficit, they would have done it a long time ago. It's very unusual to get sued on a 6-year-old.
Courthouse.
Okay, well, it's possible they did. It's possible someone sold this debt, okay? So either way, here's what's going to go down, okay? You get in touch with the holder of the debt. One of two things has happened. Either it is the original holder of the debt, or they have sold the bad debt to a bad debt buyer. There are people, there are companies that buy old bad debt and then try to collect on it, and they usually pay around a nickel on the dollar for it. Do you have any idea how much money they're asking for?
The paperwork that was sent initially said $8,000. When he called them yesterday, they said 12 on the phone, and I said, "Oh hell no, we're not doing 12.
We're not doing any of this." Okay.
Right.
So because here's the thing. Let's just say it's $10,000. They probably paid $500 for this debt if they bought it.
Okay.
That's what they got in it. So anything they get above $500 is a profit for them. Okay?
Right.
Now, it's very difficult to collect a debt across state lines.
Okay.
For them to execute service on you in Tennessee and actually start getting money from you using a lawsuit to do that it's very expensive for them. So they're not going to do it. The probability is very high they're not going to do it. So this is all about posturing and bully in the schoolyard tactics, not about legal realities. Okay? So they either paid around $500 for this debt, or they're the original holder. And just put those shoes on for a second. It's been 6 years. If someone owed you money for 6 years, anything you could get out of them, you would call yourself having won, right?
Right.
All of this translates to you can settle this for around 20 cents on the dollar. It's going to cost you $2,000.
Okay. I can breathe with that.
Yeah. And so call them and offer them $1,743 as settlement in full, and tell them that's your calculation as to what his part actually is after all these years, and that's what we're able to do. Any more than that, and we don't want to talk to you, you go ahead and sue and do whatever it is you want to do, because we're not going to pay it.
Okay, and with all of that, between the two of us, he's a lot more easygoing about it. I'm more of the bulldog.
They won't talk to you. You're not on the debt.
That's what I wanted. That's why I want to make sure.
He's going to have to wear big boy pants.
So you're going to have to pull his hair or twist his ear or something and get him a little riled up before he calls them.
I can do that. I can do that.
And Deanna, I want to challenge something from this point forward, okay?
Yeah.
The world did not hand y'all a pickle. You spoke as though this hailstorm sat over your house. This is your husband signed up for this. And
I understand that.
Okay, so this is y'all's moving forward. Yeah. Okay, so let's change the tone.
This is Mr. Easygoing didn't take care of business.
Yeah. Well, this was before he knew better. We went through he learned better ways, so I can't be mad at him, but now we have a mess to clean up.
Yes, you can.
I'm mad at him. But
we have a mess together.
I'm kidding.
I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at the situation.
There you go. Okay, that's good. So get him riled up, and here's the thing, okay? Start at $1,743. You're going to settle somewhere a little over $2,000, give or take. They will take that. It's going to take, go ahead and count them, between 5 and 10 arguments. They're not conversations, they're arguments.
Okay.
Because you're dealing with an idiot in a cubicle 500 miles away who has a really horrible job. Cleaning septic tanks is better than collecting on old debt.
That's fair.
Okay? He really talks nasty to people all day long and then has to go home and kiss his children with that same mouth. It's awful. And so that's the guy you're talking to. And so you have to argue with this guy 5 to 10 different times, and it will land between $1,743, start with that number, and it'll land above $2,000. Get it in writing before you send them money. In writing, or don't give them any money, that they accept that as settlement in full, and then do not give them electronic access to your checking account. Send them a prepaid debit card or a wire. Do not give them electronic access to the checking account, and get it in writing. 5 to 10 conversations. This is an argument. Go.